Alright, so I wanted to have a little mini elephant in this film so I can do this in this review, but I'm gonna have to settle with doing this one alone. Journey 2, a family movie. We haven't done many of those, well I say we, but Tak's not here. This one, obviously I picked out because I do like Dwayne Johnson. Kind of biased on that one. So let's get into acting. Dwayne Johnson actually does a really good job. You're not gonna believe me, I just said I'm biased on that. So moving on. We have Selena Gomez, we have Michael Caine, and those two, complete odds and ends. Michael Caine, yes, does a really good job. Obviously, it's Michael Caine. Selena Gomez, not such a good job, but they kind of do a good job directing because they kind of limit her need to provide range in this movie, or to act at all, or speak. Yes, she does have lines, yes, it's kind of important, but I'll just say that there's nothing that she really necessarily needs to give this film that drives it in any way that we're waiting for her to give that really good acting scene. So what's this movie about? Well, I guess I'm going to tell you. Where I didn't see the first one, to be honest, but that is okay. So for those of you who actually didn't see the first one either, you're not going to be much lost. There was an adventure that this kid went on with somebody else. It's kind of summed up in the first little piece of the start of this movie. Going to assume on that one, a little bit of a stretch for me. In this film, you don't really need to know his backstory or much else. It's kind of reintroduced to you in seconds. It's a family film, so it doesn't really matter for the kids either. But what does this one bring as far as story? I guess we're going to discover the mysterious island. Yes, that in the book that we all come to know. So they're trying to retell this whole mysterious island idea and sum it up in a way that entertains kids. So that's basically it without giving away too much or too little. This is actually a pretty decent family movie. I do believe between Dwayne Johnson and the star kid, don't know his name, I do think that they actually bring together a decent father-son relationship. Not necessarily that he's his father, which he isn't, but they actually play that role. And for those who are actually going to this movie with their kids, perhaps this might be a good movie for a father-son connection. I don't know. Maybe I'm stretching. Don't have kids. Don't really know. I do think this is actually a really decent movie for a family time movie system. If you have like family days, I guess this probably would be a movie that you would want to pick. Okay, as far as animation goes, because we know there's animation going on in this film, I wasn't set off by it. So overall, I'm going to say it doesn't ruin your movie experience for those of you parents going into this. I thought it was decent. On to comedy, yes, it is entertaining. It's not necessarily the funniest movie for parents, but it is entertaining for kids. What parents may like is what Dwayne Johnson brings to this movie. So if you don't like Dwayne Johnson, you don't like his acting style, or The Rock, then you might not like this movie. From knowing WWE myself, Dwayne Johnson actually puts together The Rock on screen for people to like. Alright, time for a rating. I'm not gonna lie, can't give this one a really huge one. I don't think it was like a Despicable Me, but I will give it something decent. It's 2 out of 5 old farts. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Michael Caine. On to the next review.